What if Deadpool showed up in the MCU? We don't know what would happen, but we'll talk about it now. Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic YOUniverse, the only nerd-centric thing you need in your life. Here once again with C-Dubs, and we're going to be talking about an interesting subject.
Basically, we're going to be talking about how we see Deadpool being introduced into the MCU. Or basically just more of an organic conversation of what maybe things we want to see, how it might happen, yada yada yada. And I think out of all the characters that Fox owns, and this is strange to say, I think he is the easiest person to make it into the MCU. And I know everyone at home is like, how the hell do you see that? Here's how. Do you want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, you had an idea.
Right, so I'll kick it off. So, and this is very, I think, is the easiest way to do it. To bring him into the MCU is, for starters, we've already seen a helicarrier. The first movie, the last battle happened on a helicarrier. There was no explanation as to where it came from, what it was, but we all knew it was a helicarrier, alright? We've also seen a Colossus, okay, that is clearly not the Colossus we know from the X-Men universe, if you will. Clearly looks different, he's not as shiny, it's a different actor, different voice actor, whole nine. Okay, we have yet to see any of the major X-Men, okay? We've made fun of the fact of which Professor X is it, you know, but we've never actually seen them, okay? Just because it's a part of Fox, we automatically associate it in that particular universe. But then again, Deadpool kind of knows how to break all those walls. I say that he technically could already be in this universe. And I know where we are in the timeline, it's kind of hard because where was he during, you know, Thanos? But he's also someone, especially without any death involved, Mistress Death, he wouldn't necessarily have a reason to be a part of that. He's not someone who generally cares about, you know, protecting people or the universe. But overall, I just think it would be simply just told to be, he's been there the whole freaking time, and since it's Deadpool,
he could just say, well, screw your continuity.
Right, exactly. We would all accept it. We all want it anyway. And it would be kind of funny if he was there the whole time.
Like, he just walks out of his bathroom and he's got, like, his mask off, and he's eating, like, a chimichurri. He's like, oh.
Right, and obviously, this movie, it can't happen because it's already been filmed. But let's say we do get a third, or even if it's a teen movie, like, it picks up and he starts seeing someone deteriorate.
He's like,
you know, just turn
like,
to ash.
That's terrible. Takes his wallet.
Right, he puts it in, you know, and then we automatically, right there, the connection is he was there the whole time. He could have been dealing with Cable during that time. Whatever.
Or he just says, hey, we could, you know, Fox could only, you know, this merger happened just right now.
Right, exactly. So, and it goes, or the movie starts and he just goes, and he's in the universe. I mean, it's freaking Deadpool, man. He could do whatever he wants, and 99.9% of all of you guys out there in the universe would accept it.
But the big thing is, like, his films are R-rated, and we want to keep them R-rated, and that's the big thing, is, like, would the MCU be okay with that?
I think if it was a solo movie, I think money talks and bullshit walks at this point.
And they did, like, I remember the guy...
He was the first person, yeah.
The head of Disney said, yeah,
and
we're
keeping it...
it...
first person he said. He was dead, and he didn't say X-Men, didn't say Fantastic Four. He let everybody know, yes, Deadpool is a commodity. We want to keep him the way he is, and we want to bring him in. He let everybody know that from the get-go. Okay, so clear. The only thing I think that we wouldn't see that might change it up a little bit, you know, is maybe drinking and smoking
and the
influence,
nudity,
and then some of the nudity might be a little toned down. But that, though it's funny, it could be easily mentioned. I don't think that that doesn't have to be there.
There could be a great
scene. Violence and
it'd be a great scene, like his girlfriend takes off her shirt, he puts up a censor bar, and he says, sorry babe, the mouse owns us now.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It could be explained in that, and it would still be funny. But it's definitely something that I think that could definitely work, or him intentionally knowing that kids are now watching, for sure, because it's the House of Mouse, and him deciding, instead of, like, blaming the mouse, if you will, him doing it because he wants to be better, if you will.
Yeah.
He wants to live up to the Avengers name, okay, and their legacy. So he's blocking the nudity, and it's his decision to do these things. And we would all just
be
chuckle.
great is like if like before the movie started, he has like a little animated like 5-minute thing, and it's a parody of Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Pulley. Yeah. And then like when Pete comes in, he just whips out his gun and blows
his head off. That'd be funny.
Starts like teabagging the hole of the skull.
Oh yes, that. I mean, but again, I think that this character fits perfectly, and there's not much change. And if they did go that route, okay, that automatically puts the X-Men in that universe along with him. And I know that everybody would want an explanation as to where they are, and that we could all figure out at a later point in time. But just the fact that they're there is what we want the most. So I think we're willing to forgive or forget some things or overlook some things. And no one's going to hate on Deadpool if he's the catalyst that brings them into this universe. I think that's might be the safest way to go that doesn't have any shenanigans to do with the Infinity Stones or gems, if you will. I can't really see any other... We've discussed, and I don't know if we've ever discussed it on camera or not, but we've discussed it in conversation, maybe using the Soul Stone or the Negative Zone or other ways to bring certain characters. But, you know, and even on... I did a video with Jay that some of you in the universe may have seen, where we also talked about possibly, you know, like even Sentry, if he exists in this universe, he turns out to be a mutant, let's say, and he made everyone forget mutants, or Wanda somehow made everyone forget. So there's many different ways we could do it, but I just think the safest way is just, hey, they've been here the whole time. They've been hiding out. None of them really got involved because, or they did just on a lesser scale, just like, if you will, like, you know, Daredevil and them. It happened in their universe, but they didn't necessarily weren't the ones dealing with it head on. Because the X-Men would still be trying to, or the mutants would still just be trying to hide themselves to the world because they don't want to be chastised. You know, they have hate crimes and things like that against them, so they wouldn't want to just show up in the universe and try to stop an alien invasion. They would still be just worried about themselves. Sure, like people like Wolverine wouldn't give a crap, but you know, overall, I think the majority of the people wouldn't want to get involved, and I don't think Professor X would necessarily right off the bat. If the mutants weren't already a well-known thing, he wouldn't necessarily want them to go, hey, we're here, you know? So, I mean, it can happen. I think it really could, and I think that's the best way. I mean, there are other ways, obviously, but how about you? Do you think any other...
No, I think that's actually like the most fun way, and just Deadpool going, like he would start at the beginning.
We're here now.
Yeah, he'd just be like, and if you're wondering what kind of theory bullshit, you know, how I got here transdimensional, you.
Right, exactly. And really, again, going back to the people who have, I mean, we as much as anybody come up with our own fan theories, and this is even a fan theory if you really break it down. With so much hate that the Star Wars universe is getting, because we all had our expectations and theories of how the last movie was going to be and go, and everything from, you know, the littlest detail to the grandest of plot points, we all had our own theories, and since none of them were met, there's so many of us that are just like, this movie sucked, you know. I don't want that for the MCU, and that's what's going to happen. If we don't just do it, I think, if you give some crazy, you're going to get half of us going, that's just convenient. They used a reality stone to do it, or they used a soul stone to give people powers, or they, you know, they're here, freaking deal with it. Deadpool will be like, hey, we're here now, deal with it on screen. If he says that, everyone will laugh and clap, and we'll just all be happy that we're past the point of trying to figure out what the heck happened.
Yeah. Oh, Fantastic Four's here, too. Forgot to
mention. By the way, Fantastic Four's here.
Hey, sorry, Reed.
Yeah. Right, exactly. He was like, Mariner, you down there? He's like, yeah. And he's like,
you see Mariner's day.
Right.
Hey, She-Hulk, where are you at?
Right, exactly. He could just be spitting off at the mouth of everybody that's now a part of the universe, and we will all get a chuckle.
Yeah, chill out, fanboys.
Right. And it's funny because he's such a his commercials are just as good as his movies at this point. His viral videos, any commercial you watch where he's clearly breaking the fourth wall, we don't even have to get this in a movie. Once the merger's done, I say, Disney, by chance, if you're listening to this, give us just a little viral video of Deadpool saying, X-Men, all of Fox is now part of it. Deal with it.
No, he could be like on a podium, taking
special announcement. Yes.
taking a roll call. It's like, okay, so who's in the MCU now? Scott, Logan. You still owe me $20. Gene, I really hope those pics of you online show up. Emma, I can't wait to see you in that centerfold from Disney. Hey, Namor, you in the back? Okay, Ben, Reed, Johnny, Sue.
Right. It could be something as simple as that, and everyone
would accept it.
Would accept it and rejoice. And this is coming, and I cannot. I know I beat it over the head, guys, and I know he says he's not a fan too, but even though he is, but no, I truly don't like that character. I really, really am not a Deadpool fan, but I really do love his movie. Okay, I think it is very true to the character, and I think this is the safest bet. And unless Feige and Mickey have like a flawless plan that's going to please everybody, that makes absolute perfect sense, I think the best way is to make no sense, and who better to make no sense than Deadpool? And everybody and their mother accepts whatever Deadpool does and says anyway, so let's make it happen, universe. Like, seriously, the writing is on the wall. He's clearly their most popular character from that universe, and he could even drop a line that those characters are now here, but I'm the only actor still involved. You know, I mean, as much as some people want Logan, okay, or Hugh Jackman, if anyone makes it over, I think it might be him, okay, if the money is right. But I don't think really any other character, actor, will make it on over. Yeah. Maybe Jean Grey's, because she is a good actress. She is popular because of Lord of the Rings. What's wrong with me? Game of Thrones. So she is a popular actress. So I could maybe see her, but everybody else is kind of paint by numbers.
Like, he just shows us like, oh, like he's standing in front of like a whole gallery of characters now part of the MCU. Is like, oh, you were hoping for more. Yeah, I'm the only one who showed up.
Right.
I'm the only one with already a prerequisite.
Like, they could all be like cardboard cutouts. Yeah. But he's the only
with your face here.
Right. Exactly. And I think that just him as the actor is really all that's needed. Yeah. Or maybe just everyone who's been shown in those films. Like, I think the whole cast of that should come over because they all did the first movie really well. Now, the only exception to this, and I don't know, and it's going to be kind of hard to have what's his name play Cable and Thanos. That could kind of get a little tricky.
Yeah.
But again, it's a Deadpool. Whatever Deadpool says or does, everyone accepts. It doesn't matter. If he makes it happen, it's going to be, you know, he can do no wrong in most people's eyes. So I say if we're going to have the same actor do it, as long as Deadpool says it's okay, the fans will say it's okay. Yeah. Really. So that's just kind of my thoughts. I mean, unless you have anything to add to it, I just kind of want to know what the universe thinks.
Yeah, I mean, I get like the jokes are endless. If he joins the MCU and he still gets an R-rated movie, he'd get like, hey, Robert Downey Jr., look at this, I got an R. Well, you still got PG-13 and it's a light one.
Right, exactly. But also, if he does make it in, and it is the same actor, especially and everything. In like team ups, I as a fan, I'm okay with it not being rated R, and I understand with it not being rated R if it's a team up movie. Any of his solo movies kind of have to be. It just and also depending on the team up. Like if it's Wolverine and Deadpool, you know, adventures, kind of should be a rated R, pretty close to a hard PG-13 at the very least. Like one more F-bomb and we would have been in the R territory, you know, or one more blood squirt and it would have made that territory. But
like Deadpool stabs someone. He's like, why did you make it such a clean kill? Why are you cleaning up everything? We're trying to keep a PG-13, Logan.
Right.
I'm the only one who gets R-rated movies. I don't want to have another. I don't want my legs broke by Mickey and Goofy again.
Right, exactly. Or like Wolverine stabs him and when he's wiping it off, and then Deadpool just nonchalant goes, I know why you're doing that. He doesn't even. We would all laugh because we don't want to see we obviously want to see the kill, but we didn't see it happen off camera. But he's wiping off the blood, and just him cracking that slight little joke. Everyone would definitely get it. Like, okay, yes, all right. Well, I understand. It's PG-13. We'll deal with it.
Yeah.
So, but again, you know, if it was like him and Punisher, that's another one. It would kind of have to be an R. But if it wasn't, his comedy could kind of sweep that under the rug, you know. And I think that's the way to play him. That if any movie he's in is not rated R, they just have to kind of play up to his strengths of explaining why, in a comedy way, for all of us to accept it. Personally.
So yeah, I think that's
about it, guys.
Yeah.
So that's what we think and how we think he can be brought in. And Universe, I'm sure you guys have 1.5 billion theories. Definitely let us know what you think in the bottom comments below. And also, I mean, if you like what we're talking about, let's kind of just keep this going. Maybe this is a fan theory that could actually play out and actually make Disney kind of perk up their ears. They're like, oh, they're willing to just let it happen? Then maybe we'll just let it happen. Like, we don't need this grandioso explanation, you know? You know, so that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, Universe, till next time.
See you once more in the universe.